I wasted like 2 hours earlier trying to get... I was workshopping a new strategy for the end of the game. It's not necessarily all going to be wasted. Maybe I'll come back, but like... I just sort of forgot a very important detail. Yeah, there's no skipping that puzzle, the electricity puzzle, in the lava zone. And it's time consuming too. So if you could reasonably skip that, you can skip that. Plus, that's the only place you need the capital and need the force cube upgrade. So like I could have skipped a huge chunk. Oh, anyhow, let's just try to get a run. This is not a world record. This is not a PB run. This is just a run. I'm just gonna try to do a run. Get a run. Get reps in. I've got aside from the chance of running at GDQ in a few weeks, I've got there's going to be a hotfix event where they're doing backup runs. They're in the process of planning, so I need to be prepared for that. For both of those things. And I did not put my live split on top of things, so all I can see is my live split on the stream, which is annoying to me, and completely fine. But it's small. I'll fix it later, maybe. Okay. Wow. I'll fix it right now. Like, that was a completely fixable mistake. I was like, alright, that's a little cursed. A little cursed. It's a wee bit cursed. I suppose while I'm doing this, since I'm practicing for an event where I'll need to be commentating, I will just sort of talk through, try to get down with distractions a little bit. Yeah, these guys are super annoying. It's kind of embarrassing to hit there, but not that consequential. It's actually very embarrassing to have to double crouch there. I don't even understand how I miss that sometimes. I just kind of get stuck. Anywho, so Supraland, great 3D Metroidvania. Very excited to be playing this. This beginning of the game is a lot of tight movement, pretty reasonably optimized. The later part of the run I'm much more loosey-goosey about. And a lot of that comes down to you reset a lot of runs when you're going for PB, and you don't make it to those latter sections, so I played those a fraction of the time. But I can still... Speaking of consistent and optimized, I just did a thing that I do from time to time that's completely nonsensical. I went the wrong way, and that's totally fine. And I'm sorry, I was doing a slight RNG optimization, RNG manipulation. I wish there was more spots like that where you could just sort of climb up a cliff. I've tried to find them. I mean, there's a lot of, surfaces in this game, and I don't know why that one you can climb up, but it is quite convenient. We're gonna try a little trick here that is not currently used in any of the leaderboard run, glitchless runs, but is used in other NMG and major glitchless runs. So yeah, this is Supraland glitchless. What is a glitch? miserable little pile of secrets. So glitches, just a bunch of stuff, but like, you know, what you'd normally think of as like breaking the game. None of that. So there are things that are really cool tricks. There's sort of a little bit of light item abuse or heavy item abuse. Like the abuse of the items is light, but the results are significant. So a little bit of item abuse that we'll see later. But it's not really abuse in the sense that we're breaking the game. It's abuse that we're sort of cracking open the logic of the game. So everything's above board. We're not doing anything crazy with momentum or you know, death warping or anything like that. So there's a bunch of enemies. Enemies are kind of a weird RNG point. They're not like that significant in the game. God, I gotta stop trying to do that. But they are very significant in terms of minor pathing and stuff. Like they can get in your way and ruin your day. They hit you. So this right there, that the coins there are an important part of the route because they're pretty efficient. But the item in that chest. One second. Oh. The item in that chest is completely optional. It's the loot upgrade, which means that enemies can drop hearts or coins. I like to grab it because if you do it well, it's basically like actually free, pretty much. And like time-wise, oh man, I wish I could have skipped this. Oh jeez Louise, I've never flown that far before. Oh god. Yeah, that's never happened before. I fly across sometimes, but never like that. If I didn't need those 10 coins so bad, I would have been fine. Anywho, yeah. So I really like to get the loot upgrade because I think it hedges a bit against. Yeah, if you have to fight enemies, sometimes you get backed into a corner, and so it makes it less of just a straight up time loss because you can get coins, and then you could cut out other movements you wouldn't otherwise need to make. So it's usually not particularly significant, but it's enough that I do it 100% of the time. It's just a personal choice. Once again, if you're right, it's free. Like, time-wise. It's actually a little tricky to do quickly, so it's not free in the sense that it's like, you know, it's free, but it's free in the sense that if you can execute, you lose no time. This is an easy way to lose some time. That jump is weirdly finicky. Sometimes it like you propel yourself over, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get stuck. Yeah, I'm not doing too crazy. Okay, just trying to get through a run. So normally we want to have at least 21 coins here. Where's the 22? Oh, 21's I think it's actually 19. I think I'm actually 3 coins ahead. Yeah, so we're good shape on coins. We only need 30 for now, but then we need another 40 later. So all the coins we're getting at this point are what have been seen to be the optimal coins for quite some time. For like another, I don't know, several minutes. For example, throw this down here to solve this puzzle, and those 3 coins I can grab while this goes. My god, that was so slow though. I thought I gave that good momentum. Yeah, so this... You'd think, oh, shove that down there and with as much momentum as you can, and if you do that, there's a high chance, at least anecdotally, that the barrel will fly off the edge and not hit the button, and then you have to reset the puzzle, and it's a huge time loss. Like, that's a reset, practically. Another possible reset is grabbing that, missing that, grabbing that 5 coin upgrade, and then having to go grab another thing. Turns out, actually, I'm so far ahead in coins that I could have handled that. Like, that was... I would have been fine, but most of the time it's not. You know, especially when I'm like on pace, like I wouldn't have killed any extra enemies. So, I hate that pipe. Of course, this time I didn't even think about it and it went fine, but that pipe is very brutal. It's easy to fall off. This is a weird little thing. Like, once again, this is one of the just reset. One of the stipulations. Oh my god, why is the horse queue over there? I hate the damn thing. Alright. one of the stipulations for glitchless is no out of bounds. Technically, this is not out of bounds. So this is an area. This game is very wide open. It's really cool, and you realize late in the game that there's like stuff hidden all over. Like I'm not sure right here, but there's stuff hidden, and there's a lot of movement abilities that let you get to these places. So this is all intended. This is all like in bounds. Now, this is not the intended way to take this at this point in the game, but it's not technically out of bounds. We're not like breaking invisible walls or shoving through anything weird. So, I've never done that before. So, yeah, that counts. You're good. So, that's pretty cool. It saves a ton of time over the intended... Oh, whoops. A ton of time over the intended route, which involves climbing that tower that we just sort of ended up at the top of. It also takes you through getting another ×2 coin upgrade, but you don't get that. So you only get it because you have to get it to open the door. But in between one of my world records and now, I had actually piloted out a different route that kind of skirted along the top of that area, and it was a little bit tricky to do, and it did save a bunch of time, but it never made it into a run because by the time I, got to my next PB, I had found this other way to do it, which is done in the 80% no major glitches category. Which is, just learning from the best. Oh, jeez Louise. I got spooked there because of the dude, because you do not want him to hit you. It's like 10 damage. And I kind of... Yeah, I hesitated. So anyway, we're setting up a puzzle here. We're gonna... This is our first instance of a battery starting electricity for something. So we're gonna... That force cube that we set up is gonna hit that purple switch up there. This game's really good at coding things like that. So like things that are things that require you to use your force cube or your another purple item are purple. Things that require up here like this that you shoot are red. It doesn't trivialize the game. Like that's not the hard part, right? Like that's signposting so you kind of make clear what your objective is, but the objective is still not trivial. These are still actual puzzles. That said, right now the puzzles aren't super duper tricky. I haven't been to this point, but they get on the tougher side. Okay, just want to hit this. Come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Oh, yeah, there we go. That was that was fast. I'm very far behind right now. Like, I'm not on a good pace, but that was fast. And so I can appreciate the little wins. Okay. So right now we have 36 coins. 4 are free, which means that we are all set on coins. Don't have to go out of our way for any coins, which is nice. Okay. A little back and forth puzzle here. So yeah, we're about to enter an area that I think is called the Holy Land. There's a dude. He's gonna want you to. One of the sillier things. There's a door that you need to get through a door. There's a button inside a building, a holy building, if you will. It's got a religious symbol on it, and he says, "Hey, if you help me get in there, I will let you through the door." So what do? You take just a yellow circle and you paint it. So you take a circle, paint it yellow, and shove it over his head, and that's a halo, and that's how you know you're holy, and that's how you get let in. So a lot of little silly, like, using real-world logic kind of stuff in this game. Well, bending of real-world logic. And if I do this, there we go. That was a little slow, but that's okay. So he doesn't actually need to be wearing it; just needs to be close enough to his head and at the right height to. And you can go do this little thing because so this is a paint machine. Paint machines are super important. It's a recurring mechanic in this game. You take objects, you need them to be a certain color. So here's one of the last coins, and so here we needed to paint that yellow, and then the next thing we need a red key card coming up. So we found a white key card. We can solve for that. No problem. So this red key card, we need red key cards actually a couple times in the run. I've tried really hard to work in bringing this key card forward so that you don't have to go through another little painting section later, but it's I've never been able to execute it fast enough that it's worth the time, you know, that actually gives you a time save. It should. Like, you could easily save, like, at least 15 seconds, but, like, having to set that up, and it's just, it's tricky. So coming up ahead, we're moving towards about the third. We're about a third into the run right now. Should I talk right now? That would be an okay time if I was getting donations in a marathon of some kind. Nothing super interesting here. This is the first instance of the Super Ball, which is an item in this game. There is a category that allows you to abuse it. We do not. That is explicitly disallowed in this category. Because you can get some interesting momentum gains, and that's actually some momentum gains with that are intended, and they show you how to do it. But sort of taking Super Balls to weird spots and abusing that is kind of seen as outside the spirit of what Glitchless is supposed to be, so it is disallowed. There is a separate category that basically nobody runs that allows you to use them, but there's at least a run or two on the leaderboard. So. Oh no, we're trapped! So, we didn't really cover this earlier because I was just blabbing, but the story is that there's blue guys and there's red guys, and we're in a sandbox, and the blue guys were jamming up our water, and we thought this red guy was going to help us out. He's going to give us an upgrade, which actually technically we did get an upgrade, but he was just trying to imprison us here. It's unfortunate for him that he imprisoned us with the very upgrade, with the very thing we need to escape. Actually, technically, we didn't get the upgrade. The upgrades are, well, this guy's about to give it to us, but so we're gonna get out and continue moving on. He's a big dumb jerk. He keeps coming back. Okay, and the ability we get there is get a secondary. If you shoot your initial orb, beam, what have you, it releases a big explosion. So technically speaking, strictly speaking, this is not required. But functionally speaking, functionally, it is extraordinarily required because you're not going to be able to consistently go fast. Because enemies exist in this game. They are rude. They will get in your way, and you kind of have to deal with them. You can't really rely on dodging them consistently, and so you know, there is a world in which there exists a perfect run where you can avoid getting this by oh my goodness, it's also very uncooperative. There's worlds where you can avoid getting that if your enemy is lined up perfectly and you can just run around them, but that's not realistic. That's a death. I don't know how or why I died there. I thought I had more health than that. Also, that guy just shot. Anywho, that's a time loss. I wouldn't normally keep runs where I die. It's not a typical thing for me, but I actually had one recently where I was so far ahead. I was doing so well that I actually was able to take a death, and then I took a second death, and that killed the run, both emotionally and probably literally. Like I couldn't sustain that. I actually died up here. Coming up, and it seemed really bad, but then I was like, oh no, I literally spawned like 2 feet from where I died. So it was just the sort of the time loss from the the death itself. But as you can see, like if I didn't have that extra beam dealing with these, ooh, wait, where'd the Super Ball go? If I didn't have that extra beam, dealing with these enemies would be very challenging. As it is, it's challenging. And without it, so you might see if you look at the bottom left, as my beam, I have, it does 15 damage if you hit directly, 4 with the right click, and it's 100 with that big splash if you hit them with that. So that's by far the most efficient way to kill enemies. So even though it requires us to kind of go out of our way, are you serious? Rude. Requires us to go out of our way to get it and sit through that cutscene. I cannot imagine doing that. I've like tried briefly and did it long enough to be like, no, this is not a thing I ever want to do. And I'm going to be so mad if someone ever does it in a run and actually gets a record because, you know, because that means that that's going to move the bar that everyone has to do it, and it's just not pleasant. So, because I think it is pretty RNG heavy. And that's not to say there isn't skill to manipulating and dodging enemies, but it is very challenging. And this run is not to that level at this point in time. So, it's really a battle of tight execution for the most part at this point in time. There's been... Ooh, there we go. Okay, so yet another spot where you could very well die if you aren't careful. I noticed I also hit that switch twice. This whole section, this castle section, is like the first real, I remember playing casually, first real challenging sort of puzzle section you get stuck in, and they're at least kind enough to trap you here so you can't, like, you don't leave. But, and here's that spot with the red key card. Again, so if I brought that red key card forward, it would be faster, but it's really hard to shepherd the red key card through sections quickly. So, I'm like notably bad at this. I don't know why I'm so bad at it, but oh my goodness gracious. So, here we go. And, alright, we got a magnet belt. Now, one silly thing that I learned the hard way, or is watching other people's runs, is that, like, you could hold a couple of buttons there and go way... Well, what am I even on right now? Oh, the key card. I was like, what? You can hold a couple of buttons to, like, up and space, and you'll go faster up there. And it's, like, significant. Like, up that one that I just did, it's, like, 3 or 4 seconds time save. You have another one that's about that high and coming up. And so, like, I lost, like, 8 seconds just not knowing that in all of my runs, which is just, like, the dumbest thing. Okay. I don't know if they ever really talked about it, but yeah, the force cube lets you kind of go up. Hold on, I need to get in here. Okay. 1 second. Actually, this is serious time. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh! Okay, so there's archers there. Archers are very bad in this run. You never get armor and you never get past 25 health. So they one-shot you. Easy. It's not a good time. So you gotta... When there are sections with them, you either have to deal with them directly, very, very quickly, or get out of the way. Because they will snipe you. Like, their aim is ridiculous. So, I was lucky I got out of there. I'm still waiting for the day that I get sniped out of the air. I'm sure it's going to happen one of these days, probably when I'm on world record pace. But until then, we're just going to enjoy it. Enjoy the innocence of the times. Yeah, they're very bad. A little funny story, actually. So in that section right there, I hit a button and then took a telepad before climbing up that saw. And the world record run before me, like, didn't do that. They, like, fought all those archers. And, like, you know, I think they might have taken it. I don't remember doing that. But, like, yeah, it was very... like, oh shoot, we have to do this the intended way. Or sorry, we have to do this way. And that's not even the intended way. Like, what I did just there, that's intended. And it's so much easier and faster. It's a little bit scary, right? Because you could still get sniped, but, like, it's way faster to take that. So sometimes us speedrunners get blinders on some things. Alright, let me try to concentrate. Whew. So that is a little bit tricky, and if I fall, I've either got to do a really long fight down there, or quit to main menu and try again. Quitting checkpoint doesn't work because your body still falls down. So yeah, you have to go. It's not great. It's you know, that's a run under right there if you mess that up. That's the Rattle Hag fight. It's a little bit tricky if you don't know what you're doing, and it's extra tricky when you have 25 health and basic items, but yeah, I can do it. Actually, I submitted that as a potential run incentive for GDQ. It's not that interesting, but it's kind of fun. And it's kind of scary, because, you know, you don't want to die. So, I don't think I fully covered this, but the magnet belt it was the last upgrade we got at the blue area, and that allows us to attach to and have things attach to things that are metallic and have things that are metallic attached to us. Okay. So we use that in both directions heavily throughout the run. We're coming down here. We're going to respawn that orb. Oh, and we're going to bonk on that. So, what I'm doing right now is unintended. So you are intended to put this battery in here and start this power, activate this jump pad, and go across. You are not intended to bring this ball with you. And notably, I don't care really much about this ball. This ball is not the end, this ball is not significant in and of itself. What is significant is what having that ball here allows you to do. So we're going to quickly scoot this battery out of here, and we're going to shove this battery in here to start the power. There's a little thing down below, as you can see. So we're going to open this door, get this anvil. So basically all of this section here, bring that ball forward, is designed to... Ooh, I thought there was one more. Is there another one? I thought I just heard one more. All of that is basically designed to let me bring this anvil forward, which that is significant. And I'll explain why. Although even the anvil coming forward is not the intended way. So actually let me explain what's coming up after this weird nonsense that's gone worse than I've ever seen it happen before. Okay, so once I hit that purple into that, 1 second. Rude. Okay. I'm about to grab 3 things. I'm about to grab this battery, and the ball that I had earlier, and the anvil. And if I could find the ball, that'd be fantastic, because then I could use it. And if I can't find it, then here it is. So we're going to need all 3 of these items up ahead. So you're supposed to bring the anvil up ahead. You're not supposed to bring the ball. You're supposed to bring the anvil and the battery. And the battery will activate this, and then you put the anvil in between these 2 things, and you go over, you kind of get trapped in this next area with nothing. Which, you know, is a way you could do this. However, in the coming section, you're going to need to move electricity around a bunch, and, you know, anvils are one of the objects that let you sort of do that. And you're supposed to get a sponge wet, which is like a whole thing, because you have to get the sponge, which we are going to do. You have to then get the sponge wet, which means you have to go all the way down that ravine. And then you have to come all over. It's just kind of annoying and time-consuming. So we don't like that. Oh no, that's actually not a... Sorry, I'm glad I'm practicing my commentary a little bit. So, yeah, not only is that slow, but wet sponge is like... I don't know, it sounds like a bad time, right? So... Wet sponges just are an item. They're a little bit heavy, but they're an item that exists in this game. What we really want is a dry sponge, because dry sponges are basically magical. For some reason, so we're about to get an item coming up in the next... Why can't I get this? Okay. Oh my god. Alright. What the so we're having some performance issues here. There's an anvil up here that we're trying to coax out, and I have, like, this is maybe the worst time I've ever had with it. It just, like, won't move. I don't understand. It's just not moving. Like, I just watched it maybe attached to it, and it won't come out. Okay. Because I'm not actually commenting, what the actual fuck? What the fuck is this shit? Seriously, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I've never had, like, this is the worst I've ever had happen with this before. I've never seen it like this. This is by far the worst I've ever seen this. Holy mother of God. What the fuck was that shit? Seriously, what the fuck was that? Like, I had no levers to pull. Like, I knew that would have been faster to do it the casual way. Like, that was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Anyway. getting back to kind of sort of trying to commentate this thing. Okay. So we get a dry sponge. Dry sponge is this is going to be our best friend. This is going to let us skip a lot of the game, which, you know, incidentally, we do not consider a glitch. So it can fit in the glitches category. Thank you to a bunch of Germans, including Kamuchin, who was a former world record holder, who basically, you know, who pioneered this route for me. I'm sure they pioneered that route after the other person who came before them, but what their route had that didn't exist before was what's coming up with this sponge. So there is a section coming up called Carrot Town, and it is long and requires all it does is get you an item that you don't really need. So we skip it. We found a way to skip it. It's actually quite hard. There's a lot of things I think in this game developers intended for you to kind of break, and this is an example of something that I'm of strong opinion that they absolutely did not, because of how many little things sort of exist. Oh, shoot. In the section coming up that make it difficult to do what we're about to do. There's a lot of little details here that kind of are just designed for you not to be able to do this, but they didn't account for you bringing the sponge from before, and just watch and see. So this is a sponge, and what we just got is the force beam, which allows you to oops, I had it. There we go. Force beam, which allows you to connect objects and walk up them. That might be a little bit too far. Oh, yeah, I actually felt that and insisted on letting it go anyway. I thought about pulling that back, and I didn't. Now, I haven't done this in a while, so we're going to see if I can fix that. We're going to try. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's good. I was trying to pull that off, but that's just the very edge of that being good. So, yeah. Was that my first throw? Was not a good throw, but I made it work. So if you overthrow that, that's kind of a big problem. It's really hard to recover that quickly. And I was trying to then pull it down because I thought I'd overthrown it, which I did overthrow it to what I normally do, but it worked. So yeah, this thing connects to wood, and for some reason sponges, dry sponges only. I guess maybe the internal logic is, I mean, is it a bug, or is it that sponges are kind of made out of pulp and the developer felt like it was wood? I don't know the answer to that. I should ask them. Not that I've ever talked to them before, but like I should reach out because I do want to know. But yeah, the fact that the sponge, we were able to pull that sponge forward there and get out there. So that section is very, very well designed to keep you from doing what I just did. And thank you to some speedrunners who came before me. We can make it work. So we're about to do, so that's like the first major skip, and we're about to do the second of two major skips in this run coming up. So what you just saw was Carrot Town skip. That was kind of, actually Rattlehag was significant, but this is, yeah. So I guess it's second and third. Second and three. So this is Blueville. This is where we've been trying to get the whole game so far. And you could also note that I'm really bad at throwing the sponge, apparently. Okay, that's fine. Not a practice. Come on. Okay, there we go. So, you're supposed to just hop over here and go into this, and if you do that, there's going to be a cutscene where you get all your items stolen. It's one of those sections in a game where you have to like go get all your items back, and that is so slow. And so we can get out of it, but we do need to do this for one reason. There's a cutscene trigger that's pretty low, pretty high there. So the trick there is actually to not do the jump for optimal length. It's to do it for optimal height to make sure you don't dip too low. One moment. Okay, that should work. Okay, great. So one of the things is the first item you get when you try to buy back your items here. And by the way, they steal your coins too, so you have to go find them in this section. Is you get an upgrade that allows you to attach your purple force beam to gold things, and you'll see now. You'll notice that there's a bunch of gold throughout the map. So that's what you get here. So you get the force beam gold upgrade. And there we go. And now we can get out with our beautiful sponge. And that's it for Sponge Boy SquarePants. And now we escape. I've been trying to pioneer a way to utilize the sponge. You theoretically get borked there if you fall in the wrong spot. But yes, you can theoretically... Ooh, nope, that's they gotta go. Oof. So I normally have gotten to the habit of not having to, like, just being able to do this quickly enough that I don't need to care about them. But in that case, especially for safety, I wasn't gonna take that chance. So, where was I? Yeah, once again, archers one-shot you. There's no, and their aim is so good. Like, it doesn't matter if you're moving; they track you. It's a bit busted. So now we can touch these gold things. We're gonna try to do a little swag strat here. Okay, attach to that. Oh, love that. So there's also there's a decent chance of dying here. You also notice I have that super ball, that yellow thing. Sort of casually brought that forward. It's very possible to die here. I have on pace before. I've also, like, psyched myself out and fallen when trying not to die, so yeah, that part's kind of scary. So we need to, so this guy needs gold. So we're gonna give him some gold. We're gonna give him some gold. So right now, I'm actually legitimately trying to remember how to do this. Okay, there we go. No! Okay, I've never done that before, and this is why I didn't do it. Like, it's very hard to practice some of the things late in the game due to some enemies that spawn after, so it's, like, hard to, yeah, to test things out that you haven't tried before. Okay, that's not that bad, but it is a little bit scary. Oh! I forgot that you don't bonk on that. Alright, that's fine. So now I figured that out. So there's a backup. So that Super Ball, technically, like, it does save some time to get it. But normally, this is not intended. What I'm doing right now. Because you're supposed to have to, like, knock those out of the way. With the strength upgrade that I mentioned earlier that we just completely skipped because you don't need it. Yeah, that's really not that hard. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna shove this in here. We're gonna shove that there. And now we've painted these two things, which are basically gold, right? Like, what is gold but rocks that are painted yellow? So, and one of the major things that I do poorly in this is knocking these rocks around. So that's one of the things I'm trying to improve for my own PB. If you don't do it at all, you have to do a lot of running back and forth. Okay, so we're getting one more upgrade for our force beam. It's the force cube upgrade, so it actually lets us attach our force beam to that, which, as you might imagine, unlocks a lot of flexibility. So before we were very beholden to the environment, and we still are to some extent. You need an anchor point, but now you only need is one, and you can plop it in your force cube, and you're good to go. So I'm gonna hit that for safety. That'll move that bar down, so just in case we eat it here, which is possible because there are archers, we'll respawn. We can get up a little bit faster without having to do that. Ooh. Oh, rude. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately we don't need any of those coins. At this point we have spent all the coins we're going to spend this run. I need to make sure not to jump on this. Yep, I've done that before when I've been commentating. And then you have to do the section casually, which is super annoying. So, you could try to not fight these things, but it's way too dangerous. Okay, yep. Yeah, these lava monsters also have, weirdly, almost feels like variable HP. So this guy's been burned by people selling him fake gold. I don't know who would do that. so he wants us to get rid of the fake ones. It's kind of a clever way that they have you do that. In fact, your force beam can connect to things that are gold, and so the things that are not gold, the force beam is not connecting to. So it's a clever little use of that knowledge. So here's flies, fireflies, purple fireflies, what have you. They are extremely important. So the game's basically setting us up for the remaining mechanics. Oh no, the remaining mechanics to be able to beat the boss later on. So fireflies are one of them. A little foreshadowing. What you need to know about fireflies, they're very attracted to things that are purple. That's like, there's two things you need to know about fireflies, that's one of them. One is they're very attracted to things that are purple, and they will follow that. And the other is that they really like to eat carrots. And I will, fun fact, the reason they like to eat carrots is because they're orange. So they'll pretty much want to eat anything that's orange. That's a little foreshadowing there. So here we are. We're coming over here. We needed the electricity to flow here, and let's see, to do that, to open up this gate, to let out the blue pirate, who we actually find out, if we were actually playing the game normally, that that's our cousin, and we're out here trying to help him. So the beauty of the only reason we need to free him is because there's a key that he's going to give us that lets us get the next upgrade. Otherwise, we wouldn't really need to care. It's not like us advancing the story, I think, really does anything, but this key is why we do it. I've thought about trying to figure out bringing a key in here, but that seems a little bit impractical. Probably not impossible. It's probably something we could do, but that's rude. Oh, jeez. Cool. So now we have the translocator, which is the final item in the game. As you can see, you shoot it, creates a ball. The ball, you can teleport to the ball. Okay, and for some reason I really struggle to get that one on the other side. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, 1 sec for quiet, serious time. Okay. Good. Cool. So if you die here, it's really problematic. So, it's a. I don't even know what killed me there. Was it one of the archers? Oh, it didn't register me in there. Okay, so for a while, what I used to do was, like how I foreshadowed that too. For a while, what I used to do would be hit escape twice there, and now I'm gonna make a note to myself. If I'm doing a marathon run, I'm gonna do the safety. I haven't had to do that in a while. I haven't died there in a long time. I don't know if it was one of these dudes who killed me, or it was one of the archers behind that curtain, but it was like they are. Anyway, you're one shot, right? So it's bad if that happens. But there is a sort of checkpoint there, so if you would just bring up the menu for like a full second, see? And this is the problem. Not only do you die, you come back pretty far, and they're all activated. So there's like a really quick cycle to get through there, and then you make sure not to die in there. So I don't know if it was one of the archers that killed me or not, but like either way, it's not great. This is like gonna be a 2-minute time loss here. There's just no way to kill these things quickly, and you do kind of need to take them out. Like trying to navigate the puzzle I just did while they're with them spawned is just. I've tried it. It's not fun. It's just this, but it's not cool. Okay, so now let's try not to die. I'm gonna actually hit it now. Okay, see how we. I don't think it was. I think it was one of them that somehow like shot through the door, which is a thing I think I've happened to see before. I don't really understand it. Yeah, that would have been fine. That was great. So yeah, here we are. This is a puzzle. Oh yeah, we already activated that. Okay, cool. I'm not used to dying there, so I was very like perplexed. Okay, so we're gonna shoot this door. We're gonna... Okay. I don't really know how to explain this, but yes, you basically get the fireflies to get charred, and then, whoops. All right, so now we have the shot force upgrade. So we have two upgrades for the translocator. We have the shot force, and we have the cooldown. The cooldown is halved, and the force goes twice as far, which will allow us to, you'll see coming up, this is pretty important. We're gonna jump 4 times and shoot this at the apex of our jump, and then shoot it again, and we can gain a little bit of height every time. So as long as we trigger it at the apex of the jump and then shoot as quickly as we can, we will get up here, and voila, we are now directly headed towards the boss. Normally there's a lot more. Like, this is not intended. I don't know that, sorry. I do not know that this is not intended by the developer, but it is not the sort of main intended route of the game. Like, you should, but I don't know whether or not the developer had considered this, because they have built their games kind of around solving things in unorthodox ways. So it's very possible they realized that was a thing and did not do anything to prevent it. So there's the reason why we don't have water. It's the farty meat bag. Farting meat bag, I think it's called. It's rude. It shoots fireballs. We have to hope to not die. But this is the final boss, which will be illuminated by music, I was going to say in a moment. Okay. So I'm going to run through. This is going to go really, really quickly. So I have to open a door. I have to hit that to turn on the electricity. I'm going to throw a force cube back there to turn that panel on. Then I'm going to take the sponge that's going to be wet. I'm going to hope to get farted on there. Nope. No dice. Ow. That's okay. So conduct the electricity goes over here. Try to get farted on over here. We're coming. And we're farted on. Okay. Farting on, obviously, if you get farted on by something green, you become green. Ooh! Wow, I almost just ate it there. Okay. Got it. Okay. And here we go. We are about to be done. So, what did I say before about fireflies? That I'm bad at this game. I just missed an essential step of this puzzle, and now I might die because I have to... Okay. Don't die. Okay, now it's orange. Oh! Okay. So fireflies like to eat things that are orange. They do not like to eat things that are white. So, there we go. Okay, we're back in here, and we are about 10-15 seconds away from time. If I know what I'm doing. Okay, now we're like a lot more away from time because I haven't run the end of this game in a while. Okay, and time will be when I fade to black. Time. That was terrible. That was such a bad run. Oh, good lord, I'm not up to... This is... I need to practice. Anywho, I would normally watch the credits if it was me, if I had my druthers. But I'm at home right now, like I am. I only watch the credits when I get a PP. So when this is about how many minutes behind PP? Like over 7.5 minutes off my PP. So like, yeah, not great. Not great. No, 6.5 minutes. Under 7 minutes. It's not good. That wasn't a good run. That was terrible. Oh, anywho, it's good. I feel it's good to like have a run. Like I have not completed a run in like a while. Like I'm not sure I've completed a run since my PB, since my what used to be the world record, back in like September, October. So I've not completed a run in quite some. Yeah, it was the end of October because I had lost the world record and I took it back. Uh, so yeah, I've not completed a run. I don't know that I've gotten a run past like I'm really working on optimizing the beginning and not taking runs like that are already super far behind. Like if I take a death at a bad spot, like I'm not, you know, I lost like 2 minutes towards the end because of those deaths. I wouldn't normally complete that, but that's just kind of what can happen. I just need to roll with it. I do think I want to work on my commentary a lot, and that's okay. I don't know if I want notes or what have you. I think I just need to get a little bit better into the zone. Oh, okay. So let's take a quick look. Yes, that was a terrible one. But you know what? It was a complete run, which once again I have not done in like close to 2 months. Let's pop one more out, just for the sake of it. See if I do better than 45-30. I should be able to do better than 45-30. Uh, the talking really does like mess with my concentration, which is like makes sense, right? Like I'm effectively multitasking. Um, Otherwise I should be like concentrating, but I think it's important. Oh boy, oh boy. Supraland, Supraland, Supraland. Just jumping right back into it. This lovely 3D Metroid... God, that kid's creepy. 3D Metroidvania that takes place in a sandbox, being overwatched by a creepy child. This is what we're watching you. Doing weird stuff. So you're a red toy, and you have a town, and there's something... You don't have any water in your town. Now, why red toys need water? Why they formed a town? Why I'm the prince? Why I don't get any cool clothes for being the prince? Who knows? Anywho, that's what we're investigating this first section. This is a game that's, I think, primarily or entirely developed by one German dude named David Munich. So awesome. He's now currently working on their. This had like a half, like a DLC, and then there was like a Superland 1.5. He's working on Super World, which is basically Superland 2.0. And he has a whole dev team they're building it in the latest Unreal Engine. I'm very, very excited for it. It's already out in early access. I did back it on Kickstarter like in 2020 or 19, and they're releasing it in acts. So there's 4 acts total. The first 2 are released. This is cool. So yeah, there's some blue dudes. So we're red dudes. There's blue dudes. They're messing up our water by hitting a pipe that's already broken with a hammer over and over again. And so the king says, okay, like get over there, figure out what's going on, talk to the blues. So that's like the overall objective. If I, that's what we're generally trying to do. We're never going to do that in this run, despite this being the 80% glitchless category. I should probably explain that in a second. We aren't going to go do that. So glitchless means not that everyone has a common definition of glitch. Also, I would need quiet time for a moment. Cool. That's trickier than it looks. Not that everyone has a common definition of what a glitch is, but things that break the game, things that are using things that very much as unintended, those are disallowed in this category. So there is a cool thing we do with some sponges later that really defines the category at this point. That's a skip 2 major chunks of the game. But you know, ooh, wow, got some air on that one. So what you just saw, by the way, I just kind of talk past it. So I threw out a crystal. There's a spot where I needed a crystal to be white because I just did, and that was a paint machine. And so I needed to put that yellow crystal into the paint machine so it would turn white. That is a recurring mechanic. Goes from the very beginning to the very end of the game. So I bought. Right now, I'm in a loop to sort of solve puzzles and then buy upgrades with coins. There's all these little skeleton dudes. They're annoying. They hurt, and they will chase you down. So you see me throwing these little these force cubes down. They not only give me a little boost and let me travel vertically, and also mess me up there when I do it wrong, but they also mess with the enemy pathing and also can hurt the enemies. So that was like really, really bad. That was a mistake right there that I would have reset for most of the time, but wasn't. That's a reset point if I mess that up. And sometimes I don't do the. It's one of those things like if you do it, I don't need the force cube there, but if I use it, I could save like a fraction of a second, and if I mess it up, I lose like 5. So obviously I have to go for it every time. This I've actually gotten much notably worse at doing. I don't know what the trick is anymore. I thought the trick was turning left at first, and then I was like, oh no, it's turning right, and now I can't seem to ever do it consistently. So I don't gain time on that anymore. So normally what you do is you jump down and get those 4 coins because they're pretty efficient, and then you just sort of run back around. It's fine. It works. It's kind of slow, but like whatever. It's faster than what I just did. So anywho, yeah, a lot of this beginning area is on this run. It's all about finding the most efficient way to get coins. The route's undergone some sort of tweaks over time. But there are a couple of chests that have 10 coins, and then a bunch of other stuff that you have to pick up. Try to bundles as much as you can. So right at the back, we're gonna get a barrel. We're gonna get 4 more coins, and then we're gonna get a barrel. The barrels are what unlock the upgrades. So right now we're about to unlock the double jump upgrade, which is pretty self-explanatory. And for some reason, this just didn't work. So that's fun. Once again, that would have been a reset right there if I was not practicing for a marathon. Serious? Notably, that would not have. It's this kind of stuff. Anywho, so the beginning is locked up pretty tight. You know, you need the force cube upgrade to get the double jump. You need the double jump to get triple jump. Makes sense. You actually can. It's not intended, but you can. Actually, I know it's not intended because of how they make it work. You can go get the triple jump barrel to unlock the upgrade before you actually get the double jump. You're not supposed to be able to, but I've managed to do it. And if you do, you're rewarded with not being able to buy the upgrade, which is like so heartbreaking because we could skip the. You could skip the max coins upgrade. Like, it would be very significant, but the game specifically does not allow you to get the triple jump. I thought, at worst, you would get it, and then it would, like, not, it would just give you +1 jump. But, no, it just won't let you buy the upgrade, which is cruel. Oh! I'm about to, oh, I thought that was going to be a death there. I did not know where he was. Oh, he's coming after me. Yeah, those things can be scary. Like the enemies are not a factor in this game. Well, in the speedrun in particular. Okay, there's a triple jump upgrade. Somehow that was, you know, slightly faster than my PB pace. Oh, that's right, because I use a slightly different strategy now to get up on those. Like yeah, my pathing is a little bit different. It's a little bit tighter. So, okay. So let's hope we don't fall here. Okay, cool. Now let's try to get up on these cliff. So this is like one of the weird spots that I actually had to check with moderators before I put this into the glitchless run, because I don't feel like I was unsure if this would count with the spirit of glitchless, but there you go. You can kind of just go up here. This is not out of bounds, technically. So out of bounds is disallowed in glitchless, but this is not considered out of bounds because this is traversable area that is not sort of blocked off by an invisible wall. You're supposed to get to all these places. It's just a place that they don't want you to. Like, this is not intended. So, you know, it's allowed. Like, you can. When I say it's traversable, I mean, like, there are items later that basically let you break open the entire map. Like, it lets you get wherever your heart desires, and like that's trivial to get to later. So it is part of the intended traversable area, but the map, it's just not where you're supposed to go right now. And a lot of those places that you'd think, like, oh, they're off the beaten path, like, they put treasure chests, other stuff. This game has secrets hidden everywhere, and it's really, really satisfying to play it and get 100%. I've gotten all the achievements for this. I've hundoed it multiple times, including the Crash DLC and the 6 Inches Under, sort of Supraland 1.5. The series is just, it's just good. It's got humor, it's got puzzle solving, it's got a little bit of it's just fun. So I can't wait. I've actually explicitly chosen not to play Super World as it comes out, because you can't ever get back. I'm sure all gamers can relate to this. You can never play a game for the first time again. So I've decided I would like to have that game be complete when I play it for the first time. Because I remember when I played 6 Inches Under I remember playing this and the 6 Inches Under for the first time, and it was just sort of a magical experience for me. I'm hoping that Super World is the same, and I have very little doubt that it will be. I've got very high expectations. So I guess that's my very, very shameless, but also not in no way self-serving plug for Super World. I think you can get it on Steam now in early access. Oops, that's right. Oh my goodness! Wow, two regular skellies there is not normal. Okay, how bad are we doing? We're like 30 seconds behind. Okay, maybe a little bit more actually. Maybe like 45. Oh my, I missed both of those? That is embarrassing. What? Okay. What am I supposed to do? Oh my god. Like, I hit those directly and they barely moved. Oh, I hate those so much. Oh! I mean, I wouldn't get locked out or anything, but... Okay. So now I've got 33 coins. I need to do a little math. I will need 40 coins coming up very shortly, and to buy an upgrade, and I'm at 33. So there are 4 that are free, that are always in the way, and then I just have to make up for 3 more. That's variable a little bit based on if I miss coins that are kind of just move weird, or if let's say I kill enemies or don't. Like, it can change, so I have to always do a little check here. There's more consistent ways to get this, but I'm gonna try this way. Yeah, I failed. Yeah, this thing is so finicky. I don't know why. I don't know what I should do. So I used to just do this. And boop. Wow. Okay, it's like stuck on there. There we go. It's very finicky, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know where that other crystal went, so that's fine. This one right here. Okay, so this is one of those fun video game logics. This guy wants to be holy. How do you become holy? You have a halo. What is a halo but just a little piece of metal that you paint yellow? Shoving that into the wall is one of my contributions into this category. I had never seen anyone else do that until I started doing it, and yeah, you have to find that it's not free. Like, it's not that hard, but you do have. There's a few sort of things you need to know about where to shove it and how to shove it in there. So wait, I missed a coin in here. Yeah, I did. Huh. And what that lets you do is go turn the paint machine red. So the reason you want to turn the paint machine red, once again seeing the paint machine, is we have a key card. So up ahead there's a red key card reader that we need to bypass, and we need a red key card, but we only had a white key card, so painted it red. There isn't any kind of like color combining in this, I don't believe. Although now I'm saying that, I think there's one spot where I can kind of sort of do, but not in the way you'd think. Yeah, so for the most part, it's just, you know, anything, put it red paint, it turns red. Okay, so now we have the gun cooldown halved upgrade, which isn't significant at the moment, but will be very shortly. That is a huge part of this. Cutting through, there are a number of large groups of enemies in this game. Cutting through them efficiently is non-trivial, and even more so if, you know, your gun cooldown is not upgraded. So, like, it is so significant that speedrunners go out of our way for 40 additional coins and get that upgrade rather than skipping it. Like, it's that. So, you know, you could easily lose more time than that not getting that upgrade. And realistically, you're going to die is what's going to happen. Because what's coming up is we're about to get another upgrade that lets you shoot a little... So left click is an orb. It's a big beam. Right click is going to be like a little laser. And if you shoot the orb with the laser, it explodes for 100 damage splash, which is crazy. But if you don't have your gun cooldown halved, then it's hard for you to shoot things that are kind of... to hit the orb, you have to shoot with a long delay, and it's very tricky to hit stuff that's near you. So, rather than compromise combat and probably take more deaths, we go out of our way for those 40 coins, and just call it a day. Speaking of calling it a day, this is one of the big story beats that we actually participate in. The blue guy trapped us in here. And thank goodness there's a red guy over here who's going to help us. So he's going to give us that upgrade I was just talking about. Hey. I am very hurt. I don't need to do that. So we're going to come up here. Thank you to people who came before me for making that really easy. Sometimes no enemies spawn here, and I have no idea why. It doesn't seem to have to do with those other enemies. At least not consistently. You know, I've attacked them, I've not attacked them. It just doesn't seem to matter. Okay, that's the most forgiving one of those in the game. None of them will be that forgiving. Okay, shove that there. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Where'd it go? There it is. Ooh. Yeah, you're kind of hamstrung when you got the Super Ball. It does do a bunch of damage if you hit something with it, but it's really hard to hit stuff with it sort of quickly and efficiently. It doesn't do splash. And you can't use your other beam when you have it, so... It's not great. It's not, like, the best thing. Okay. Let's get ready. Oh, it hits the top of it. Bounces down. Oh my. Ooh. Ooh. That was actually one of the most efficient times I've ever been there, except for that last little this. Otherwise, that would have been fantastic. Yeah, fighting that is like really, really tough to do consistently. I couldn't tell you if those enemies spawn in consistently because there's just so many of them, but it is a sort of a tricky spot to navigate. So all of that is to get maybe not. Okay, there we go. To make sure we get this key. And then we have to sneak in a Super Ball through here. This yellow thing destroys it. If you have a Super Ball, the yellow thing destroys it. So we need one in here for this puzzle. This section is one of the more... It's probably the first section in the game where I thought the puzzles actually got kind of significantly tricky. As a casual player. And I actually came back to this. Before I started speedrunning it, I came... Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know how it goes. It goes like to the side. When I do that and I don't do it fully, it goes to like the side half the time, and I don't understand like what. That doesn't even make sense. What? Okay, now I don't know what's happening. I hit this twice, right? Yeah, no, this isn't the right spot. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know what happened there. That was a huge time loss for no freaking reason. When I came back and played this casually after several years before starting speedrun it, I also got held up here somewhat. Like, it's not... Like, now it's all second nature, but... Wait, what? What? Oh my god, this is good. This section is going worse than it has in, like, ever. Oh, and I died. I might... Where does that put me? Ugh. Not gonna reset. I said I was gonna reset. Let's just eat the freaking mistakes. If I had hit the lever up here, I probably would have reset. Wow, there was way more alive than I thought there were. Holy crap. Ooh. Yeah, so that was terrible. As is most of this run so far. It's really hard to not mess that up. This next upgrade is the float buckle. I always call it the magnet belt. Oh my god. Okay. So it lets you float on magnetic objects. Getting up that is actually trickier. Getting up that quickly is trickier than it looks. One of the really cool parts of this game is you know, Metroidvania is in a really cool, sort of intuitive way. It's not like there's arbitrary things. Like, there's metal, and then you get a metal belt. It's very, I feel like it's very organic, very intuitive in some ways. Although, I guess the next one that's coming, the Force Beam, is kind of arbitrary that it works on wood. Spoilers. So... maybe not. But I just do like those all these things you see around, you don't realize, like, oh, this is like actual... It's not just environmental, there's a real reason for this. The game mechanics. Ooh. Okay, that's very tight. Yes. Oh, man, that archer. Are you serious? Wow, that was aimed at me. Oh, my goodness. Those archers are busted. They will one-shot you. They're in a casual playthrough, they don't seem that dangerous, and they're probably not. But in a speedrun, you have no upgrade, no armor, which reduces the damage you shot, and you never gain more HP. So, they're actually quite dangerous. I had to hesitate there because I was working on a... I was gonna grab that. Oh, okay, apparently I'm not. What? I love finding new and novel ways to mess up what I'm insisting on carrying a run through no matter what. I mean, my time to beat is 45:30, right? Like, in terms of full runs I've done in the last, you know, like 2 months. So yeah, 45:30 is the time to beat. Woohoo! Oops. Prepare for Rattle Hag. Hopefully not. Well, it's very possible to fall there. I make that look easy, but it's not. And like, it starts to go bad, there's no like salvaging. You gotta like quit the main menu and hope you do it quickly enough, or you're fighting Rattle Hag. It's not great. It's not a great situation. And if you trigger Rattle Hag and then go back and like you don't fight Rattlehag. The whole world is misty, and all the enemies have like shields, which you can't remove. It's really bad. So you definitely don't want to have to fight Rattlehag. The fight is annoying and time-consuming. Okay, so gotta drag this ball onto a button. So I'm gonna set up some of what's happening coming up. So this ball that we're actually incident. Excuse me, I heard the thing go. There we go. Incidentally, this ball is quite useful. So what we're going to be doing is taking it forward. So you're not. So what? This ball, you're supposed to be done with this ball, but you can respawn it and make use of it. So by bringing this ball all into this next section, it's a metal object. It'll conduct electricity. I can utilize that to bring forward an anvil from this section that utilizes that also conducts electricity. And from that, I can then, in the following section, bring forward a oops. Okay, wow, I'm really need to stop talking. This is not my strongest area. I just need to focus. Actually, this might. Okay. So bring this anvil forward. We'll allow. Gosh darn it! I always forget this stupid part. Yeah. So you have to conduct the electricity. You got to move this little thing underground, and there you go. We got electricity. Use the anvil. So you're not supposed to have this anvil after this puzzle. And by having the ball here, in a moment you'll see it'll bring the anvil past this puzzle, and that allows us to. Oh God, and all this holy. Take a sponge forward, and sponges are awesome and broken in this game. So it's funny actually, because before I ever ran this game, I had some tangential awareness about using a sponge to like infinitely fly, which is not this category, but you know, it's funny that sponges have long since been a sort of staple and to be running this game for different reasons. Okay. So we got that right there. Come on. Oh, this is going to work out just fine. Oh, it's not. Come on. God, I hate this thing. Oh my God. God, I hate that part. In one of my PB runs, I did that very clean. Actually, I think in my AGQ 2026 submission video, I did that in one try, which is pretty hype. But that was when I was practicing a lot more, and I'm gonna get back to practicing a lot more. Like, I'm gonna stop missing this kind of thing. This is stupid. Never really had a chance to talk about the MacGuffins. So there's the the red MacGuffin was the Blasterine, the blue MacGuffin was this oh, what am I doing? Was the Magnet Belt. The purple MacGuffin's going to be the Force Beam. And it's really cool because the game gives you like really good, strong visual indicators of where you're going. It's a very well designed game in that sense. It also traps you in areas so you can't exactly go the wrong way. So like I have at this point cannot go back, which is why it's so essential that I brought this anvil forward and I did not mess up that that transaction, if you will. Let's try to do this correctly. So recently I had this where it took me about a minute to get that down, so I'm glad that that's not what happened here. So this is a sponge. We need the sponge. The sponge is life. So we're going to throw that over there. Pop that there. So all this is just to conduct electricity, and normally the way it's intended is you use the sponge, you get it wet to conduct electricity. But because we have an extra anvil, God, how do I keep throwing that down there? It looks like it's going straight over here. Anywho, we can use the sponge and bring it forward. And think, well, why would I need a sponge later? And, well, you ain't seen nothing yet. So, one of the interesting things about the dry sponge specifically is that it lets you connect this force beam to it. I don't know why. I'm not sure if that's intended, unintended, what have you, but you can connect this force beam to your dry sponge. And there's a section coming up that is very well designed. Like, genuinely, I'm impressed with how well they keep you from breaking out of the sort of the prison they put you in. And still, some clever speedrunners who ran this game before I did came up with a way to break out of that using the sponge, which you'll see in a minute, unless something goes horribly wrong. So we're gonna toss this up here. Okay, and grab that. Cool. So we're gonna break out of this area with the sponge. It's gonna be cool. If I do it first, it'll be super. If I do it in one throw, it'll be super hype. It happens. Not every time. Good enough. Okay, ready? I'm a little nervous about that one. Okay, now I was a little nervous that was gonna overshoot because of the way it tumbled. So I'm gonna let it reset. Still a little bit. Okay, it's better to underthrow than overthrow, because overthrowing you could technically lose it. And it can get very challenging to recover, so that's perfect. 4 throws, that we take those. First throw is best, obviously, but 4 is not bad. So we're here. We sort of bust out of here. You notice that they also put that there, right? So it's like everything is designed there to keep you from getting out, and somehow we get out anyway. So we're going to respawn the sponge, because we're going to do something similar. To do one more skip. Notably, it's like a different kind of skip, too. It's not like just the same deal. You're not just busting out. You're actually busting in with it. So you bust into an area in a weird way that you're not supposed to. And then you use that to bust out. So. Okay, there we go. So what's coming up is Blueville. So Blueville in this game is one of those kind of classic game sections where you know, mid to late game, where you have all your items and then they take them from you and you have to earn them back. And that's slow. It's cool and fun casually, but it's not for a speedrun. So what we do is there's a cutscene trigger that I have to actually be quite careful I don't hit, that you can jump over, and then you can get there's an upgrade, a new upgrade there that you get as part of the sequence. Lets you attach this beam to gold stuff, but then at that point you have no way out. Ooh, wow, that was embarrassing. The last time I messed that up. Okay, there we go. That was stupid. Anyhow, so yeah, then you're kind of trapped, right? There's no way out. You know, they expect you to have to go through, and your exit is forward, not backwards. This gate never opens. So, what we do, one second, is oh, there we go. We use the sponge to give ourselves a little bit of escape. So, and so here we go. I'm going to come in. So this is where we go. I avoided a cutscene trigger there. It's easy to mess that up. So I really should have a backup save if I'm doing this in a marathon. Come down here, grab the gold upgrade, and attach this to this, and out we go. I have been theorizing new ways to use that sponge, and/or that sponge plus another sponge to speed things up after this point, but that's still very experimental. So I haven't integrated that into any routing yet. Yeah, so it is possible on the outside of the fence even. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the spellcaster. If that was an archer, I'd be stopping to fight him. For the spellcaster, I will wait. Or I'll just keep going. Archers are a problem. My dog is barking, and I'm in no position to do anything about it. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that's embarrassing. Wow. That was like as bad as you can get. Like, missing it is one thing, but like getting up there, like I lost all the time, and I slowly fell down. I feel like the dog knows that I'm busy and that I can't really tell her to shut up. No! I blame you. Go lay down. Yeah, that was bad. I've never fallen. I've died here before plenty of times. Never like that. That was kind of annoying and weird. Yeah, they can absolutely snipe you, so like that's just kind of a you hope you don't get killed. Look at that. I did lose time, so I had that super ball from before. So I need to make that up. So that's fine though, because I am good at this game. And oh, can we not, please? There we go. That's not intended. You're supposed to have to destroy that to get this, but you don't have to. So, thank goodness. Otherwise, you'd actually be really screwed from a death there. Like really, really bad, because you don't get the upgrade. Like you don't get the strength upgrade. That's just not part of the route. So it's essential that that backup is absolutely essential. Let's try to just play a little footsies with these. Alright, good enough. Come on. So this guy wants gold, and you know, I have rocks and yellow paint, so that's good enough. And he lets me in. You know, it seems like a legal transaction. And I get the force beam cube, force cube upgrade, which lets me attach this beam to the force cube, which really opens up, you know, my ability to use it in a lot of places. Because at this point, then I only need one anchor point in the world. Only like 3 minutes behind my PB. God, it's so bad. Hit that as a backup just in case. Oh man. Let's try not to die here. Oh, archers! Oh god, the archers are dead. Oh, why? Oh. Oh. Thought I hit the archers like I think so. You can actually hit the archers arrows out of the air, but most of the time when that happens, it messes up you trying to murder them because it destroys your beam in the process. So that's that. So this guy, you have to help him out. He's been burned by apparently somebody's tried to give him. He has gold, and they actually gave him rocks. So he wants me to figure out which ones are which and recycle them, and then he'll give me access to his electricity, which I'll need to get forward here. I don't know who would do such a thing. So I happen to know which one these are. They spawn in roughly the same locations every time. So it's quick. Otherwise, you'd have to like... The way you're supposed to do it is use your beam, which does connect to gold but does not connect to rocks, and suss out which ones are which. So if those were random, this would be tremendously slow, but thank goodness it's not. Slow and RNG dependent. Like with this game does not need additional RNG points. The RNG points in this game are actually relatively modest. Like it's mostly like enemies being cooperative, and oh my god, it's mostly things like enemies being cooperative more than it is like actual things like that. So these are fireflies. They are quite important up to the very end of the game. So what you know about fireflies is they like purple, and they'll follow purple, and they really like to eat carrots. And they love to eat carrots because they just love to eat things that are orange. Like that's like their favorite thing. I don't know why. I don't think orange has a flavor, but they do. So, they ate that to move this out of the way, and now we have electricity conducted down here, which will allow us to get through the next puzzle. This is all sort of one large connected puzzle. I just know how to solve it, because I have done this a lot of times. So we're going to let so it turns out that blue pirate fella was trapped in there, and we're going to release him because he's going to give us a key that's going to let us get the final weapon, if you will. Final piece of our toolkit. He's going to take his dang time. No real way to speed him up, I don't think. Yeah, so we get this key. I was just devising a cool way to use sponges to like avoid most of this section and get to here, but then I realized as I was doing it for the first time in a run, because I was just like, let me just try it. That I got over here, but there was no, I didn't have a key because I hadn't gotten the electricity flowing, and that was a huge problem. So, yeah, that was embarrassing and annoying. No! I need that upgrade. Okay. So, behind this thing over here is an upgrade. It is not. It is optional in the game, but it is not optional. I think it's optional in the game, technically. But it's not optional for this run. So, or it's not optional for this route, I should say. Okay, cool. A little disoriented there. Okay, so now I need a little bit of quiet time. Make sure I don't mess this up. Ooh. Oh no! This is bad. Fudge! Ooh! Okay, we're gonna... Okay. Ooh. I do not know how I did that and didn't lose, but oh my gosh. Ooh. There's archers in there, so you really don't want to mess up. Wow, yeah, 2 of them. Okay. So that'll ruin your day. Also, those dudes can, Ah! Okay. Keep doing that quickly. Okay, good. I'm gonna think out loud for myself for a second. So that inner door was triggered by it was the force cube that dealt with the inner door, I guess. Not it's the other way around, but okay. So is it true that then you only need to... Oh yeah, I guess I knew that. So really it's just essential that the rolly thing is through the inner door, not the... yeah. And then you're fine. Huh. So, the reason we actually go... Are you serious? The reason we go out of our way to get not only the translocator, which is this item, and the 2 upgrades, are because with the combination of the cooldown being halved and the sort of force, the distance being doubled, is that we can use it to gain height like that. And this right there, we're walking to the main boss. We're gonna be the main boss, the final boss, in like 20 seconds. So we're about to hit the farting meat bag. That's the final boss, and this is one big puzzle that ties together everything that we've seen in the game so far. It does a really cool job of this. Once again, this is another thing that when I came back and played casually, I genuinely forgot how to solve it. So, kudos to the developer for making this puzzle interesting. I think he's improved it since it was originally released, because I think there's some parts that were a little rough around the edges and kind of. They give you hints and stuff too, which I don't need now, but he's in a good position now, but I can't do anything about it. Okay, so we need to open this door over here, and so this needs to be yellow, and then we need to hit this screen thing to start electricity. So I mentioned earlier that so we need to kill this guy effectively, and well, We can't use our blaster beam. He's too big for that. Darn it. Okay, really don't want to get hit. We're gonna just try to go behind him and hope. Yeah, we need to fart it on. Yes, okay, cool. The farting is actually a very important piece of of what's going on here. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Come on. Ugh. Okay, so now he is orange, which, well, get ready. We're almost done. Come on. Oh my god, can we not? Fuck's sake. What the fuck? God damn, I hate this thing sometimes. Alright, there we go. Time's gonna be when it fades to black. Oh my god. Ready? Time. Jesus Christ, that was so bad. So that was still 2.5 minutes better than the last run. Still awful. Yeah, so how bad was that? So my triple jump, okay, so everything after triple jump was bad. Blaster was a little bad, blaster beam was, blaster cooldown was abysmal. I don't remember how I screwed that section up so bad. Was this the one where I fell? Yeah, I think I fell and lost a ton of time there. Magnet belt was abysmal. Did I lose a lot of time at magnet belt? Did I die? Oh, I fell down. I died, I think. Force beam. Gold upgrade wasn't too bad. Oh, I had to do the extra fights. Actually, that was reasonable. Oh wait, no, gold upgrade was before that. That's a lot of time to lose there. Yeah, the end was like bad, but not abysmal, but I had some very bad ones.
Denn ich sehn mir nur eine herbei. Was hat was ich nicht hab? Ich bin ein Kavalier. Ich hab alles, was man braucht, dir zu imponieren. Warum kommst du nicht zu mir? Warum? Was ist daran denn so schwer? Wieso, weshalb, warum? Mein Charisma ist erfolgreicher Pro. Mein Witz erstrahlt ja die Menge tot. Charme öffnet mir jede Tür. Doch du bist nicht hier.
Okay. I'm gonna do one more. Okay. $43.06. Still not a good time. These aren't times. These are not PB. This is not. I'm not a PB pace runner right now. I'm not crushing it right now. But um, you know, what's the point of this at this point? Well, when I experiment with stuff, I go in there. Um, yep. Oh, I wonder if I could set up a backup. So it looks like this backup is about every 3 minutes. What if I can change the preferences on that? It's not an option, but it might be like a config file. I'm going to check that really, really quickly. By really, really quickly, I mean I'm going to check it as quickly as I reasonably can. Local files, maybe? App data. Local? Supraland. Saved. Config. Huh. Is there like a config file? Like it has save games in here, and like a whole bunch of them, but I'm like, I don't know what to do with. Um, it has okay, so it has a save slot one. Alright, so it has different things. Let me see. This is some kind of binary. Oh, it's probably a UE specific binary file. Or if it's like got a specific format though. Let me look it up. Cause I could set up, I could craft a file as my backup save and pop it in the right slot. Um, I'll have to look into it. It might just be easier to play a game at a certain point. Okay. We're gonna try one more, I think for now. Just one more for now. Alright. Oh wait, I gotta reset. Okay. I need to get more comfortable with just like letting runs go through. Like I'm never gonna like. I think what this has taught me is that I don't care how good, how on pace I am when I get to blaster cooldown. Like I am not practiced enough in the latter half of this game that I will be able to nail a PB with where I'm at right now. And I really need to start doing more watching, really understanding how I do certain sections. Like the section with the magnet ball, where it's like the anvil and bring it forward. Like I'm terrible at that. Like I'm just abysmal, and I'm not. Like I just think that those sections are where other people, where the world record run is just very clean and efficient there, and it's not my strong suit. Like the other stuff, like a lot of the other, like there's a lot of parts of this run that they're pretty comparable. They're just like a little bit faster. I'm faster at the beginning, but like that section is awful for me. So I gotta work on that. And I'm not gonna work on that unless I actually do full runs, so. The blues. This time I'm gonna focus a little bit less on timing, I guess. I've not gotten that today. I've messed it up every single time. Wow. What the actual, like, it's so annoying. Oh my, I've never messed that. I've never done that. But I'm gonna keep running it because I said I'm not gonna reset because I have to get to the end. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Okay. This is terrible. Like, I want to reset so bad. Come on. Yeah, I'm 5 seconds. No, fuck it. I'm reset. Okay, I'm resetting now. Fuck it. 5 seconds behind in the first 2 minutes. I'm resetting. I'm not playing that out. I might end up 30 seconds behind in the first. Like, no. I'm resetting that one. I'm mad about it. I don't like messing that up. I don't like messing up the... It's very demoralizing to lose that much time that early. I know that if I'm doing this live, I just need to get over it. And I have twice today, and now I'm just like, okay, let me try to have one decent run. Was it 42... 43... I think it was 4306 was my last one. 4306 or 4206? Probably 4306. So let's just try to beat that. I'm gonna clock in more full complete runs. That's how I'm gonna get my full complete run time down. Not practicing the first 10 minutes of this game over and over and over again. Oh my god. That sucks. Okay, at least I didn't mess that up. I'm behind a coin. There it is, okay. That's best case. It wouldn't have been a problem there, but if I missed another coin, that would have been a real problem, so. I've been really investigating various parts of this game, including right there recently, to see if like there's things I can do to save time. I came up blank on that, but I had some good theories that just didn't quite pan out. Some of which were like possible times and not practical to implement. What? You. Whatever. Things have to go awry for me to not green that split. I need to go watch I need to watch replays of this because like I don't know how I've gotten so bad at that. Like genuinely, like I was golden on that. I had that just worked for me every time recently, and now it's like takes me 5 tries, which does not save time, notably. Like I think 2 or 3 is break even. That up. Whatever. Oh, I needed that health. Oh shoot, that might be the end of me. I should have taken that right there. That was like basically free. Ooh, that's not okay. Got that. Ooh. Dying is the quickest way to... Dying is genuine, especially in this section. Dying is a reset, because, like, A, it's early, and B, like, it's very punishing where it puts you. It puts you back in town. It's terrible. I understand how bad that was, but, like, Jesus. I mean, that, like, messing up the force cube jump to get up is just so frustrating. This. It's actually a slightly faster way around the... I think I found another way, but I didn't actually implement it in a run yet. Actually, I don't know that's faster, it's just different. I suspect it's maybe a second or 2 faster. Free. Wait, what? Okay. I don't know what just happened there. I definitely, like, what? So I have the tape to go back to, but, like, what the fuck? That just cost me, like, 5 seconds. I was actually really good and on that split. Yeah, that just cost me a positive split. That sucks. I'll do my coin math shortly. 39, 30, 32, 33. Four, 36, 37. Oh, actually, I'm good. I'm actually gold. Yeah, I'm set. I'll get the 4 back there, and then the... Actually, is that the fastest way to do it? Yeah, I'll skip that 1. Yeah, so because those 4 are really quick. I think they're as quick or quicker than the 3 that are over later, so yeah. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, God. Ooh. That's annoying. Does not usually happen. Oh. That sucks. I actually nailed that the first 2 and just barely missed it with that. Ugh. Have these 4. Alright, cool. I'm not like in good shape. I'm like 30 seconds behind, but... I can't get it. Oh my god, are you serious? Wow. Hashtag never happened before. It's really frustrating. Skip that quarter-second diversion and mess up the sword. Mess up hitting the thing. I don't usually come that. Like I usually come move an angle, so I was a little bit off kilter. I don't think I've ever skipped that because like the coins have never lined up exactly this way, which is kind of funny. Not mess this up again. Oh yeah, that was also a thing I messed up on that split last time. my god, are you serious? Wow, I just held myself up like that. I've never used the force cube there. So, oh my god. Like, was that a big time loss? No, but was it a stupid one? Yes. Ooh. Ooh. What the fuck? I jumped! What were they, like, tracing me? Oh, god damn. That's like one of the least costly deaths I can imagine, but like that was still really bad. What? Stupid freaking things. I've taken more and more deaths there. Like, seriously, like I cannot catch a freaking break. Come on. When I'm doing, like, you know, reasonably okay. Like, this is on pace, not even a little bit, but like, like, this is on pace, not even kind of close, but like, oh, for fuck's sake, that's terrible. Sucked. I thought that. God damn it. Why am I so bad? Ugh. Oh my god. Oh wow. That sucks. Alright. Just go straight for it, because I literally pass it on the way, but... With that switch, it's strictly a backup. It's strictly if I fuck this up. Ooh. Oh. That's scary. Oh. I took death down there, so like I'm definitely bleeding time. Heart pounding is driving me nuts. Oh. And stressing me out. Come on, fucking stupid thing. I mean, these things are one-shot me anyway, so my current that would no. So. Oh, he has health. Oh, God. Okay, we're okay. I might die, but that's okay. Once again, if I die now, it's not because I was hurt. It's because... Well, if I die there, it's not because I was hurt. It's because I just got hit by those. Oh, God. Oh, for fuck's sake, what? That was stupid. Alright, I really need health, like, crazy bad. Because I will die coming up if I don't get any. I'm not sure where I find it, but I really don't want to die. Is there no freaking... There we go, there's one. There's another one. Okay. And there should be one more on a cactus up ahead. Oh, it usually is, I feel like. Not today. I guess I can go all the way out over for this one. No, this one up there. Like, health is scant enough. Alright, come on, shut up. I almost want to do a, wish I had, like, a thing, maybe it exists somewhere, but for live split where I could do it, like, against an arbitrary comparison. Like, it was easy enough to just select an arbitrary comparison, like, best today, or, you know, most recent completed, or something like that. Oh, shit, that's not what I wanted to do. That's stupid. Come on, fucker. Yeah. Any of these fuckers. Last of all, I'm like a jump shot. Oh, Tim Robinson. Okay. Oh my god, how does that keep happening, bruh? Ooh. Yeah, that's a very annoying thing to have happen. Are you serious? Come on! That's just one of those things I lose time on for no reason. It doesn't really feel fair. It just sometimes it feels like it's just being annoying. Come on. What the fuck? Oh my god! God damn it! It's so... Oh, I hate this fucking thing. I really do. It's just like my brain messes up and I hit the wrong button. Come on. Oh my god. I caught it too. Wasn't for lack of a concerted effort to try to do it better. Oh my god, I can't jump over that. I keep getting surprised every time. Like, it's the same thing every time. It's the same game. Oh, let's grab this time. Let's get this over. I don't think it really matters, but... Okay. Oh my god, we're doing it again. I don't know what to do. Sometimes, recently, I swear to god, they shadow patch this thing. Like, how am I not... Gosh darn it. Sometimes it comes right away, and sometimes it's like 10 times. I don't know how to fix it. It feels like it's gotten worse even. I feel like I've been trying to be more methodical about how I do it, and it just seems like it's voodoo. Oh my god, why? Oh my god, why? This is just a stupid way to lose time. You know. Like putting down that force cube there feels like it should be like having done that jump just there, it feels like, oh, maybe it is optional, but like I've done it without, failed it, so I assume I'm under the impression it's not. The risk is very high. Like, so if you mess it up. Oh look, I saved half a second. Oh look, I lost the run. Oh my god, come on. Ugh. God, and I can't fight this thing either because of... Had to. I had to fight that thing. Whoa, it went. Shit, that's bad. That's the run right there, because it definitely didn't shoot it all the way. Not sure where it shot it to. Oh, if it's right there, I'll keep it up. Okay. Never had that happen before. I've been worried about that too. So that seems like 15, 20 seconds I lost for no reason. Cool. God, this is so bad. What I know is if I actually could just go over that way, it'd be faster, but... Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna call this, and I'm gonna go back and try out the other thing that I wanted to try. But I just don't care enough to complete this one. I'm very annoyed about it. I'd rather check this out, because it should be really useful to know. Around this. So I'd normally be like... I'd normally be up there. So I'd actually be higher than I am right now. So this is not a good... Oh, we'll try this. I don't know if I can mimic it, but... Oh shit, yeah, that's an annoying spot. saw it go purple for a brief moment about 10 jumps ago. Would have... I might be able to... probably not.